Sparring with my trainer's length. First timers 20. Virgin erotica, breeding erotica, age gap erotica. Written by Kimmy Welsh. Narrated by Kline. Sparring with my trainer's length. First timers 20. I'd always been a feisty gal. I'd spent my entire life trying to find a release for my boundless energy, and eventually I channeled it all into boxing. My trainer Luke called me his billion-dollar baby, and at 19 years old, I was starting to show a lot of promise. Being an athlete had its disadvantages, though. I'd been focusing so hard on making it that I hadn't ever really had time for men. I'd spur their advances, or push them away to concentrate on my training, and Luke, obviously, wasn't exactly open to the idea of me having a boyfriend. At 19, I had all the promise in the world, but I still felt unfulfilled. There were things I wanted to try, and I sometimes felt as though boxing was stopping that. It was the end of a particularly grueling after-hours session that the relationship between Luke and me really changed forever. I sat on the stool in the corner of the ring in our empty gym. It was around 10 at night. Luke and I often stayed late.
"Good work today, Lexi,"
he said, kneeling in front of me. "Is the stool necessary?" I asked, as he wiped my brow.
"Absolutely,"
he said.
"I want you to get as close to the actual thing as possible. We need to eliminate the variables."
Eliminate the variables?
The fewer things that are different, the more natural you'll perform.
Got it, I said. He started to unfasten my gloves. "One more round?" I asked, smiling wryly. He looked to his watch.
"My girlfriend will—"
"Come on," I goaded. Scared. He smiled back and put his mitts back on.
"Okay, but go easy,"
he said. I stood up and punched my hands together. "Never." He started to bounce on his toes as he moved back into the ring, and I approached him, meeting in the middle and testing him with some jabs. Luke himself had been a boxer in his day, so he knew how to move. I don't think you ever really lose it. At 42, I think he could still compete, but he invested most of his time in me now.
"Go easy,"
he teased. He wore an old sleeveless workout shirt, and I could see his muscles flex beneath it whenever he moved quickly. "You know me," I teased.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?